Okay, this is the second part. Um, from the first part, you have seen that I have texturized the bumper and I have exported it, and I have done a fairly simple piece of mapping. I will not concentrate too much on the modeling side of things. I want to get going with the scripting, because that's what we're going to need if we want to have these parts as add-on things. So we'll just head over to our Street Legal Racing folder. What you need is the resdecode resconvert tool. Now I have that tool. We have that tool in our download section. So best is to download that as well and install it, or unpack it and place it on your PC. Just going to copy the Einfagen RPK. Now, I have installed my resdecode resconvert tool on an external hard drive. So I'm just going to type cmd, and I'm going to pinpoint to where it is, and it's located on my D drive. And the tools folder is in my test folder, so that's why I'm doing it like this. I'm going to resdecode the Einfagen RPK, resdecode Einfagen, and we're done. There it is. Okay, that's step one. What we need to do now is go over to the Einfagen data, and we'll just select scripts. Now what we need to do is first of all create a new folder and call it src. Open that one up, and thanks to Maxen, who has uploaded the Java files for Street Legal Racing or Redline, we have the Java files that we need. Now we're going to do the Einfagen, and I've based it on the front bumper number 1. So what the hell, I'm just going to use the Java file front bumper. That will mean that my part that I have just exported will be in the stock body parts section. I'm not all that of a JavaScripter, so I'm not sure how to move it from one thing to another. I can use the other Einfagen Java files, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to base it on the standard bumper. And there we go. Now we need to rename it. As you have seen in the last previous vid, I have called it Einfagen front bumper 5. Now, and here we go. And just rename that, and this is where you can change the name of the thing. So I'm just going to call it RS2. That's for easiness. Now, here's where you can set the value. To be honest, I couldn't care less how much it costs or what my prestige value will be. Maybe in the competition that will be in something else, but here can change the price, here can change the prestige value. Yes, we're going to save it. Okay, that's done. Now, for the second thing that we need to do is we need to get a hold of our class file, and that's the front bumper class file. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste, and we need to rename this one if it wants to, and it's front bumper 5. Okay, now just going to open that one up. I'm just going to use Notepad. Einfagen front bumper number 5, and the rest I'll just leave it and save it, of course. Okay, then we need the script of the front bumper. Copy that one, Ctrl V to paste, and we need to rename that one to front bumper 5. Okay. Now we're getting to the fun part. What we have here is our configuration file of our bumper. There are all sorts of numbers and all sorts of words in it, but we're just going to focus on the most important thing. Now, this is where our REST decoded RPK into an RDB file comes in handy. We're just going to open that one up, minimize that one, leave that one top left, so we'll have a good view at it. Okay, step 1. Select the click number. Ctrl C to copy, go over to the RDB, Ctrl F to find, Ctrl V to paste, search next one, and here we go. You need to select all .res and .rsd lines, so that means from here to here. Ctrl C to copy, make a new line, Ctrl V to paste, rename it to front bumper 5, and as you can see, this one is front bumper 5 and this one is front bumper, but they have the same type ID, so we need to change that. Roland has shown me that a simple A can't do the trick, so it's now ACD. What we need to do is go into our WordPad from the front bumper 5 and change that into ACD. Now it corresponds and cross-references correctly. The texture, this makes the part paintable, and as you can see, the default texture is default white. We're not going to do anything with that. What we are going to do is select our mesh number. Ctrl C to copy, head back to the RDB, Ctrl F, Ctrl V to paste, search next one. Once again, select the RES and RSD files, like so. Ctrl C to copy, make a new line, Ctrl V to paste, rename to number 5, rename to A4E, go back to your WordPad, change to A4E. Now we're going to go to the render, and that's where our loading order is located. Ctrl C to copy, go back to the RDB, Ctrl F, Ctrl V to paste. Okay, this is the tricky part. Select the RES and RSD, Ctrl C to copy. Another thing that Roland has shown me, make 3 lines so you won't lose track. Ctrl V to paste and just scroll a little bit up. Now you see here the 2 spaces, and you know you need the middle one. Now what we need to do is we need to change 2 things here. 2 most important things. First of all is the mesh. As you can see from our WordPad, it's now A4E. So we need to change that into an A. And this type ID, O4D, is going to be A4D. I'm just going to change that one as well. Now, what we're going to do is just head back to our meshes, because when you export something to SCX, you get a text file. Just open that one up, just head back to the scripts folder, just freeze, and we're going to open that, well, open it with a notepad again. Now, as you can see, what I have said is our default white, that's that one, the 225. The Einfagen front bumper DDS, and if you want to know what number that is, just go to Ctrl F. There you go. Whenever you add another texture into the RPK, this is where to place it. And you see here the reference of the Einfagen front bumper DDS, alias Einfagen front bumper. If you have something else like you're going to call it Stoßstange .png, that's no problem. just make it stoorstange and then .png and make it here stoorstange.ptx and you'll be alright. And then you have the type ID, and that's the O4F. That's in our, if you want to know what that is, that's the type ID of the Einfagen front bumper. So that means we're going to copy that one, Ctrl F, Ctrl V to paste, go down again to here. So what we can see from here is that we have our texture, that's our default white, that's correct. We have our Einfagen front bumper texture, we have it over there, but we don't have the general environment map. Just to get it correct, we're going to add it and replace it with all zeros, because this texture code is a default general environment number. Now that we've done that, we can just close up the lines. We don't need that anymore. We have changed everything. Okay, then we just go to the final stage, and that's that. Ctrl C, Ctrl F, Ctrl V to paste. Then again, RES, RSD, Ctrl C, make a new line, Ctrl V to paste, and just rename it to front bumper 5. And give the ID another A, and then you'll be done. AAC. Now just close that off, and yes, we're going to save that. Close that one off, and yes, we're going to save that. Now, what we can do is go over to our tools folder, just res convert, Einfagen. Now our RDB file has been changed back into an RPK file. Just go back to the races folder and simply change that one. Okay, that's it. See you in the next tutorial.